Hey everyone, this is a video to discuss tasers or conducted energy devices or electroshock weapons, whichever term you prefer, and their use in Canada. Taser stands for Thomas A. Swift Electric Rifle, named after children's science fiction novels written in the early 20th century featuring the young genius inventor Tom Swift. Tasers are handheld weapons that deliver a jolt of electricity through a pair of wires propelled by compressed air to a target. The jolt stuns the target by causing an uncontrollable contraction of muscle tissue, and the target is immobilized and will fall to the ground regardless of pain tolerance or mental focus. Tasers are supposed to allow officers of the law to subdue violent individuals without killing them. Now, there's been considerable debate about the use and safety of tasers in Canada since people have been turning up dead after being zapped. I believe tasers are great alternatives for officers of the law when dealing with a crisis situation. What I feel is overlooked in this everlasting debate is the number of lives that have been saved and the number of people who might not be alive today if it was not for tasers. My only fear is these devices have daunting implications. First, Canada does not adhere to capital punishment. Our method of capital punishment used to be by hangings. And the last hangings in Canada were on the 11th of December, 1962 in Toronto. This device's jolt of electricity to a target, to me, resembles similarity to an electric chair, which sends chills down my bones. And to think, Canadian law prohibits law-abiding citizens to carry tasers, yet officers of the law are allowed to use them? Now, there has been no direct link between tasers and death because there are not enough deaths for such analysis. Should we wait for more of our citizens to turn up dead from these devices? Of course not. These devices need to be put on hold until legitimate research can be conducted that will further inform us about the risks involved with tasers. If we are going to continue using tasers, we must put guidelines in place. First, rookie officers or those with less than 5 years experience should not be allowed to use them. Second, there must be warnings issued before the trigger is pulled. I believe there should also be a limit of 1 or 2 shocks and no more than 20 seconds in total. You know, if our officers of the law are going to keep Taser International, our supplier of tasers, in business, then we need to discuss with them about this apparatus's design, like adding a relapse function which restricts how long and how often officers of the law are able to employ and hold the shock. We should also demand that electricity in these devices be cranked down to ensure safer practices and to lessen the risk of death by tasers. One thing I believe wholeheartedly in is the incorporation of compassion in whatever we do. This device and form of punishment we have in place needs to show more sympathy for the targets or suspects that are being zapped, because I'm quite sure no one wants to be electrocuted to death. Yeah.